Here are the top stories of the news. Military debunks claims of hiding Nnamdi Kanu. Tillerson met China leaders to pile pressure on North Korea. Catalans defy Madrid's order to stop referendum to vote. In the Middle East, airstrikes killed 28 persons in Syria. Good afternoon and welcome to the World News on Rave 91.7 FM. My name is Beevan Magoni. The Defense Headquarters has declared that the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, was not in any military custody. It also said the military did not in any way raid the home of Kanu, saying it watched the operation live and can justify that his home was not raided by the military. Director of Defense Information, Major General John Enenche, disclosed this while speaking at a press briefing in Abuja.
The job of the military was to diagnose security issues and warn the public of consequences, and that is part of our media operations. Nnamdi Kanu is not in the custody of the military. I saw the man, he came out physically and challenged them and talked to them and said, my boys, don't pass. And you want to collect rifle from them, and you started throwing petrol bombs at them. Nobody raided his house. Nobody went to raid him. I saw the militancy, not somebody told me, and I saw the actions there. Gentlemen, as you are here now, if you change your status by UN standard, become violent and become uniform, you have become a combatant.
Enenche said the Defense Headquarters reaffirms its unalloyed loyalty of the Armed Forces of Nigeria to the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. Away from Nigeria, tens of thousands of Catalan separatists have taken part in a final rally ahead of Sunday's planned referendum on independence from Spain. Regional President Charles Pinon told the crowd that he believed Catalonia would be taking its first steps as a sovereign nation. Reports say thousands of extra pleas have been drafted in from across Spain as the government seeks to stop the ballot. Elsewhere, U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson will hold top-level talks in China today as the United States looks to tighten an economic squeeze aimed at persuading North Korea to retreat from its nuclear arms and missile programs. The United States sees China as critical to averting a military confrontation with Pyongyang, which is fast advancing towards its goal of developing a nuclear-tipped missile capable of reaching the United States. U.S. officials say Beijing appears increasingly willing to cut ties to North Korea's economy by adopting UN sanctions after long accounting for some 90% of its neighbors' foreign trade. The first will be getting North Korean leader Kim Jong-un to view nuclear weapons as a liability, not a strength. Meanwhile, U.S. Health Secretary Tom Price has resigned over the use of expensive private planes for official use. Reports say he previously apologized after making 26 private flights since May at a cost of $400,000 tax to taxpayers. Government officials, except those dealing with national security matters, are required to take commercial flights for work-related travels. 3 other members of President Donald Trump's cabinet are under scrutiny for using private planes while working. A White House statement said President Trump had accepted Mr. Price's resignation, added that Don J. Wright had been designated as acting health secretary. In Indonesia, Bali's governor Mangku Pastikas says too many people have evacuated their homes for fear of the Mount Agung volcano erupting, and tens of thousands should return. Information gathered that more than 140,000 people have fled their homes after the island was put on high alert, while hundreds of earthquakes have been detected at the base of Mount Agung. A week after the initial warning, authorities warned the volcano's activity remains high but stable. The 12-kilometer evacuation zone was implemented after experts warned the volcano could erupt for the first time since 1963. In the Middle East, the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said airstrikes killed 28 people in a village in rebel-held Idlib province overnight, including 4 children. There was no immediate comment from the Syrian military on the report of the attack on Armanas, which is located a few kilometers from the Turkish border. However, the Syrian Civil Defense, a rescue service operating in rebel-held areas, put the preliminary death toll at 26 in a report on its Twitter feed. In the meantime, Iran's foreign minister has said he assumes that the U.S. will abandon the international deal restricting his country's nuclear activities, but Mohammad Javad Zarif said he hoped Europe will keep the agreement alive. Reports reveal that U.S. President Donald Trump, a stern critic of the deal, will announce next month whether he believes Iran has adhered to its terms. If he says it has failed to do so, U.S. Congress will begin the process of imposing sanctions on Iran. Trump has said the agreement was an embarrassment in a speech to the United Nations this month. France, Germany, and the UK, which along with Russia and China signed the deal, have recently defended it. In Afghanistan, Kabul is braced for further possible attacks ahead of Ashura, the holiest day of the Shiite Muslim calendar, a day after an attack claimed by Islamic State that killed at least 5 people near a large Shiite mosque. Ahead of the celebration tomorrow, signs of increased security were in evidence across Kabul, with extra police checkpoints and roadblocks in many areas, while security was also increased in other cities. Afghanistan, a majority Sunni Muslim country, has traditionally not suffered the sectarian violence that has devastated countries like Iraq, but a series of attacks over recent years have targeted the Shiite community.
This is Sportsline.
Welcome to Sport. Manchester City faces its first and arguably toughest test when the Premier League leaders clash with champions Chelsea today in London. Benjamin Mendy of France, fullback, has been in fine form for City since his £50 million pre-season move from Monaco. Thursday's City announced Mendy will undergo surgery in Barcelona after he ruptured the anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee during last weekend's victory over Crystal Palace. Both Man City and Chelsea go into today's game on the back of midweek Champions League victory over Shakhtar Donetsk and Atletico Madrid. Still talking sport, Richmond Tigers thrashed Adelaide Crows to win the grand finale and claim the biggest prize in Australian rules football for the first time since 1980. The Melbourne club came back from an early deficit to win 108-60 in front of 100,000 spectators at the MCG. It is Richmond's 11th Premiership title since they were founded in 1885. In Formula One, Lewis Hamilton set only 5th fastest time in final practice as his Mercedes team continued to struggle at the Malaysian Grand Prix. He was 0.659 seconds off the pace set by Ferrari's Kimi Räikkönen, with his title rival Sebastian Vettel second. But Vettel later suffered an engine problem at the end of the session and has a new one for qualifying.
Now entertainment news.
Welcome to Entertainment. Following his detention, release, and subsequent return to Nigeria, Dami Crane has released the visuals for his victory song, Prayer. The month's Since his arrest in Miami on allegations of credit card fraud, many questions remain unanswered, and in a music video for prayer, the Afro-pop act puts his experience in focus. Directed by Olaforunbi, the video begins on a definitive note by recreating the singer's arrest and detention. Crane has expressed his regret over his alleged run-in with the Lord and his desire to get back to making music.
It's time to keep you informed with all the latest happenings in. This is the world news on Rave.
Before we end the news, here's a recap of our top stories. The Defense Headquarters has declared that the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, was not in any military custody. U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson will hold top-level talks in China today as the United States looks to tighten an economic squeeze aimed at persuading North Korea to retreat from its nuclear arms and missile programs. Tens of thousands of Catalan separatists have taken part in a final rally ahead of Sunday's planned referendum on independence from Spain. In the Middle East, the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said airstrikes killed 28 people in a village in rebel-held Idlib province overnight, including 4 children. And just before we go, Did you know? The Kogosi warm spring located in Ekiti State, southwest Nigeria, is a natural phenomenon where a warm spring and cold spring flow side by side and meet at a point. It is believed to be curative. That ends the world news on Rave 91.7 FM. News was edited by Stella Olanriwa. You can visit our website on ravefmng.com to listen to us live and interact with us. I am Beevan Magoni. Good afternoon.
And that was the world news on Rave 91.7 FM. For contact with the newsroom, please call or email 0703-175-9175.
Quality is what we have. Quality is what you deserve. And quality is what you get on the airwaves.